Hello everyone, welcome to codebook.in. This is Fazalur Rahman here. Hope you are doing well. Today I brought you a project on security domain. Basically, what will happen is nothing but traditional applications, whether it's in e-commerce or social media, healthcare system, every application uses the password authentication as a sequence of characters. So in order to use any application, some text-based password is required. And we have got some applications where they will ask about the second step authentication, where they will send you some OTP kind of thing in your mobile application, mobile number or email ID. So in this project, what we are going to do is nothing but we are going to add some additional layers of security for in addition with graphical password. Basically, password-based authentication is a widely used method to ensure security and privacy in computer applications. So weak passwords or small passwords or insecure passwords are vulnerable to attackers, hackers, or intruders. They can misuse it. Let's try to understand how we have implemented this project, and the concept is graphical password authentication, where some extra layers of security we have added. We are assuming that if we integrate this in any application, healthcare application, social media application, or banking or e-commerce, the application security will be increased to the next level. So we have got two different types of users in this application. You can see this is the landing page of our application where some elements are displayed. Let me tell you what are the technologies we have used to develop this project. For front-end development, we have used HTML5, CSS3, JavaScript, and Bootstrap. For backend programming, we are using Python along with the Django framework, and database, we are using MySQL Server. Let us try to execute this step by step. For better explanation, I'll execute, in two different tabs for these two different users. Let us assume that this first tab is for administrator. Again, I'll open a new tab for user. Now, if you go to administrator first and try to log in with admin credentials, we will see here a admin kind of dashboard we have designed where we can see some information like how many number of total users are there, and pending number of users, active users, rejected users, and feedbacks. Right now, we have not built any data, so nothing is displayed here, zero. And the user management, we are having pending users, active users, rejected users, nothing is there. Let's try to build some data by registering a new user. I'm into the user module now. Let's try to register a new user. Let me provide the details. Kindly provide the valid email ID because it requires. Next city is there. Graphical password image you need to select here. Password image. You can set any image for your password authentication. Let's try to browse it. Let me select this and age something. Profile picture we can select. Let's try to register now. Now you can see in the second step, it is asking us two different questions like select your favorite color and favorite sport. Let me say my favorite color is, this one, aqua color. And the favorite sport what I like is golf. Now let's try to submit. In the third level, first level is what? We have, first level what we have done is nothing but we have displayed the favorite color. Next step is nothing but favorite sports. Third is graphical password we need to provide here. Let's try to provide the graphical password in this. So you can see when my cursor moves here, the cursor X and Y value points are displayed. Let's try to select some points here. Now 4 points, slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, slot 4 is captured. Let's try to submit now. Registration is completed successfully. Now, if we try to log in, let's try to log in now. The application will respond that your account is pending. Obviously, administrator needs to authenticate the user account. Let's go to administrator and let's go to dashboard. And now we can see here total number of users is 1, pending user is 1. Let's go to user management. Here we have pending users. Under pending users, we can see here this user account is in pending status. Let's try to access this user account. And now if we go to user module and if we register now with the same email, login now with the same email ID. After login, we will see here, okay, step 1, security layer is selecting the favorite color at the time of what registration, what we have given, we need to select that. Now let's submit this. Step 2 is, second layer is about the favorite sport. So let's select the favorite sport. What I have given at the time of registration that I am selecting, submit. And the third and the most is important is the graphical password. And here no one will remember exactly what pixel they have selected because it's about pixels here. But don't worry, our algorithm will detect automatically some boundaries surrounding pixels also it will be detected. If it comes under the boundaries, then it will validate it. Otherwise, it will say invalid. Now let me select this. And I don't remember exactly what was the X and Y value, but I remember somewhat about the position here. But these values may or may not be correct, but our algorithm, okay, Graphical algorithm will automatically, it is designed in such a way that it should recognize the pixels, surrounding pixels as well. Very limited surrounding pixels. Based on that, it will authenticate the user. Let's try to submit now. Logged in successful. Now we can see here we have been successfully logged in. Now consider this page as a banking application or e-commerce platform or any healthcare domain or any social media application. We have just redirected it. Now consider it, assume it as a very valid real-time application. Okay, to showcase the 3 layers, we have designed this application. Nothing is happening inside after the login is successful. Just my profile is there and you can give the feedback. If you want, you can update the profile. Let me update here. You can update the profile picture also, anything apart from email address and password. The same changes. It's updated. You can see here. I can give the feedback of the application. Excellent job. Submit. Feedback submitted successfully. If we go to admin now and if we go to dashboard, we can see now total number of users is 1, active users is 1, feedback is 1. Let's go to user management, active users. If we see here, there is a user whose account status is active. If administrator wants to change it, he can change the status by clicking on this button. Now you can see the user status is changed to pending. Okay, or else it will be available rejected. Now let's change it to again active. It will be available in active now. Okay, now all users, we can see here, this is the user, only one user we have. So if we want, we can delete the account completely from this database also. And if you want to view profile, we can view the profile of the user. Next, let's go to the password analysis and we can see analysis report where password authentication was done correctly by this user, and the graphical analysis, how many times password authentication successfully has done 1 time, and the feedback analysis, we can see here user feedback is there, and the emotion of this text we have gathered through the sentiment analysis using machine learning is very positive, and according to this we are displaying the emoji here. Sentiment graph, only 1 is there, which is nothing but very positive. Okay, so let me log out here. Log out successfully. This was the application. Now let's try to provide some wrong details. Let me provide here invalid email ID, login, incorrect details. You can see here the application is responding. Now let's provide the valid email ID, login. Login is successful. Let's provide the wrong color, password, wrong color it says. Okay, assume that this we will be redirecting to again to the landing page or the login page, where the user will not have the option to come back. Again, if the user is selected wrong, 2 times if the user is selected wrong, we can block that user. Okay, you can see 2 times I have selected, but still it is giving me the option. Now, if I select correct, it will allow to go to the, yeah, your account is blocked, it says, because 2 times we have given wrong color here. So my account is blocked here. I will not be able to log in into the application. We are not redirecting to the login page, but in fact, we are checking here how many times wrong password has been given. So once it's done, you can see now I cannot proceed even though if I have given the correct color also, if I have selected, I'm not able to redirect to the next step. So this level of security we have added into the application. So this was the application. Hope you have understood it very clearly. Now let me proceed with the somewhat coding explanation to you, for which I need to go to the project folder and will open the project folder in VS Code editor. Let's do that. This is my project folder, and I'll open it through the address bar. I'll go to the address bar and type here simply CMD and press enter. Command prompt will open, and I can say simply here code space dot in order to open this complete project folder in VS Code editor. Let's try to open it. Make sure that we have installed the VS Code editor. Now this was my complete project folder. You can see here under Explorer window, this is the project which was already opened. Now let me tell you, first of all, let me guide you about the database connection part, where we have declared database connection to connect to MySQL. If you go to GraphLog project folder, you will find a settings.py file under which we will have a dictionary defined with the name databases, where all the information which requires to connect to the database is displayed, is defined. What is the database engine is MySQL here. Name of our database is GraphLog. User name to connect to MySQL is root. Password is nothing, blank password. And host, where it is hosted, is local system only, local host. Port number to connect to MySQL is 3306. So with this information only, we are able to connect to the server and do all the necessary processing. Now let's go to the front end part. For front end, you can go to assets folder. Under assets folder, we have got templates folder. If you go to templates folder, we can see here 3 different folders are there. Basically, every folder consists of their own HTML files. If you go to admin here, admin related HTML files you will find here, and you can open any of the HTML file. If you are very good at HTML, you can modify, you can edit this and save it. If you are unaware of HTML, don't do anything, because it may result in some errors. Next, user related HTML files are available here, and under main also we have got registration, password, authentication, and favorite color page, favorite sport page. Everything is there here in main. Okay, this was about front-end development. If you go to the backend, let us see the backend. Where is the backend? In the Django framework, we have the concept of project and applications. Under one project, we can have many apps. You can see this project is having multiple apps here, like admin app is there, main app is there, user app is there. So if you expand this user app or any of the app, you will find that same files will be there. Files will be same here, but the coding will be different, isolation space will be different. Now let's open this views.py file of user app, where it contains all the backend code related to user. So this is the user app views.py file backend code. You can see these are all the libraries which we have defined, and user dashboard function is there, user feedback function is there here. For every action, function will be available. Okay, user my profile is there. If we go to main app also, we will find here views.py, and we will see here so many functions are available, like home function will return home page, about function will return about page, contact function will return contact page. Similarly, user login, we are doing some processing here. We are checking from the database whether the user login is successful or not. If it is not, it will display here incorrect details message. If it is correct, we will redirect to the user login page, to the next page. Okay. Let's see the user login 2 is there here. User login 2 is nothing but favorite color and favorite sports we need to select. And After that, here favorite user login 3 is there, and registration function is there, where registration will take place. All these details we are capturing from the registration form. And next we have got register 2 is there. Graphical password function is there here, where 4 points we are capturing and storing into the database. Admin login is there, username is admin, password is admin. GPR1 is the function for validating and storing into the database for checking at the login time. If it is correct, it will be logged in successful and redirected to the user dashboard. If it is incorrect, it will display this message, incorrect details. So we are checking here, you can see plus or minus 10. Okay, plus or minus 10, we are given the boundary of the pixels. If it is correct, it will validate, otherwise not. Now user logout, admin logout, password. And so this is all the backend code of our application. Hope you have understood it very clearly. If you have still any doubts, you can ping me on my WhatsApp number, which has been given in this video. With this, I conclude the project execution and explanation. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye for now.